Discussions, we made certain undertakings that will improve on our payment for chemicals. So there's an agreed position that we have with our chemical suppliers. So we should see an improvement in the supply of chemicals from what we are paying, and also the other sources of funds that have been promised by government is what we're trying to emphasize to the ministers, that these are the things that we need so that we're able to get to the target. But as I can see, it is a target that we can achieve. It takes a bit of time because we are looking at infrastructure as well. But as soon as we have an improvement in the chemical supplies, there will be an improvement in the output. But we still need to work on those filters, clarifiers to be able to get to 520.
I was set up on 9 October 2023, and since then we've been working flat out to, of course, the immediate intervention point was to understand what is the situation on the ground, and we had to do some tours to appreciate the situation, and also bearing in mind that the terms of the reference of the committee are not just Morton Jaffray, centered at Morton Jaffray, but that's the start point. In fact, the starting point is the dams, the lakes. We have to look at the quantity and the quality of the water that is brought into the system for treatment and distribution. Then we look at Morton Jaffray here. I think we spend a lot of time seeing what is actually on the ground at the works. And beyond that, you want to also assess the capability of the system to pump water to the major distribution points. And after that, the water has to be distributed to consumers across Greater Harare. So the technical committee is there to look at the whole chain to see where the challenges are. Of course, you want to concentrate more on production. Our target is to produce 520 megalitres per day. And when we were constituted, it was much less than that. So, and mainly that was driven by the shortage of chemicals. I think that was made very clear. So this first point to attack was the supply of chemicals. And what became very clear, and I think the ministers highlighted that, the suppliers are owed a lot of money, and they then started cutting short the deliveries to City of Harare. So our major or first intervention point was even before the release of funds from Treasury. The idea was to get confidence back from amongst the suppliers, and we have done that. And I'm happy to note that deliveries have improved, have stabilized. That improves or stabilizes also the production. So even if
you noted the deteriorating water supply in the city of Harare, the President, His Excellency Dr. Idi Munangagwa, directed that we put a technical committee to assist the city of Harare to provide enough water. And this is to provide 520 megalitres a day. And a technical committee was put in place, and why we visited today is to appreciate the work that the committee has done. What we saw today with the minister is the plan, the very elaborate plan that they have to restore supply to the city of Harare. We saw that some of the clarifiers, some of the pumping units, the chemicals all need attention. So we assisted the committee to reprioritize, and we think that the target that they've been given to restore the 520 megalitres a day by 31 December is indeed achievable. Explain what we said is policy, to say this is what we want to do, and we're looking at the sources of financing, among them government providing additional to just the chemicals. What this visit here has led us to appreciate that it's more than chemicals that is required to get the city of Harare's pumping capacity restored to a level of the 520 megalitres a day. So there have been developments since then, but the technical aspects, the finance people or the technical committee will be able to give you that.